sorry, just setting up the screen. So thanks, Matt. Again, just to reiterate, if anyone has any questions, pop them in the questions or the Q&A, and we'll be addressing them after this. So I'm just going to run through free Google Shopping, which is very new, and what the changes are that we've seen from this. So here's a timeline of how Google Shopping came about. So essentially, Google's been around since about 97. Frugal was launched in 2002. It was not very successful. It was then renamed Google Product Search and then Google Shopping. There's been a lot of structural changes, so it looks very different compared to the version we had in 2002. But now, since April, Google Shopping has been free, part of it, in the US anyway. So essentially, Google is trying to compete more with Amazon. So that's why Amazon has been included in this timeline. Amazon, as we can see, has been in this space since '99. So it's got a lot of experience. There's a lot of other big titans competing for this space as well. So in order to be successful, Google will have to shift consumer behavior for this. A big problem as well is, so a lot of users will start their product search on Amazon. So if you're looking for, the most recent type, maybe it's a new baking loaf tin for your banana bread or something. If you go straight to Amazon, that's skipping Google out completely, and Google wants to kind of pull back some of that, those opportunities as well. So the apps and the paid subscriptions like Amazon Prime are continuing to push up those numbers of consumers who are first looking in Amazon rather than searching on search engines like Google. So let's look at what Google Shopping is, first of all. So Google Shopping is technically, it's a vertical search engine. In layman's terms, that's another tab in the Google search results, like images or maps or videos. And here you can research your products without leaving Google at all. So these listings are only available, previously were only available at sites who were willing to pay and display, so paid ads. However, since the end of April, in the US, the Google Shopping tab has been open to organic listings and paid listings. So we can see at the top, we've got the paid listings, which is a carousel, and then underneath is the organic free listings. Now this isn't available worldwide yet, but Google do say that they want to extend this worldwide by the end of the year. So there's only a few months left, so it should be here quite soon. Looking at mobile experience, so obviously for many years now, Google have been emphasizing why mobile and mobile first is so important. In terms of Google Shopping, the mobile experience is laid out a bit different. So the layout options tend to vary by category, and it seems to be based on how people shop and what information they're needing and looking for as well. So as we can see in this example for electronics, the electronic products, you kind of need to know a bit more about the specs before buying it. So by having these present, you're encouraging more people to click through because they can compare easily. For home furnishings, again, it's about comparison. Sometimes you want to compare the aesthetic of very similar products side by side. So this kind of layout allows mobile users to use this. And then for fashion, so the products tend to be a singular product, one under the other, kind of like scrolling through maybe a catalog. Then looking at the organic product listings in the SERPs. So initially when Google announced this, it looked like the organic product listings were going to specifically and only be for adding organic listings to the product the Google Shopping tab. However, the product knowledge panels are also going to be able to be organic as well. So these are, people have to opt in to have these available, but they won't be paid going forward. Again, this is US first. Cool. So then looking at the organic listings, there's many ways to optimize for organic listings. These will likely continue to expand as the Google Shopping tab does as well, and the level of detail that we can add to it. So a couple of examples of this are ensuring that the product page behind it is set up correctly, that keyword research is used to optimize the pages and the listings as well. And one of the most important areas of this is the pricing. So Google are very, very concerned with the pricing on the Google listings, obviously matching the pricing actually on the page when a user visits it, and that way they can essentially keep users' trust high as well. So these are some of the ways to track it. So in order to measure the success, we have to be able to track it accurately. So Paige mentioned this earlier, that we're working with Myposio to develop a tracking platform specifically for the Google Shopping tab, as currently there isn't a lot of information out there. So although many users in the US have opted in for this, they can't measure it accurately. So Google Merchant Center, which I'll talk about a little more in a second, offers some tracking, but it's not very detailed. So you can compare the performance of paid versus unpaid, but it is quite top line metrics currently. Sellers, looking at the tracking as well, some sellers have had a lot of issues with Googlebot. So like I was saying, Google want to make sure that the pricing is accurate, to make sure that consumers are getting the deal that they expect to get when they click, in order to build trust for Google. By uploading your product feed, you agree to allow Googlebot to crawl your site to verify the price. However, some sites didn't realize how much this will be crawled, and they were coming across inflated abandoned cart metrics. Turns out it was Google using a bot by the name of John Smith. So if you've noticed that you have abandoned cart metrics, always make sure first that it is not John here, and it should be much simpler. So now we know what free Google Shopping is. How can we use that with paid activity? So free Google Shopping supplements the paid campaigns with free listings. So if you already have a paid campaign, it's very likely that you're not using it across all products. You might be using it across a select number of products that you want to target. With free Google Shopping, you can add all of your products to your product feed, and this kind of makes it a bit simpler because you don't have to put the extra budget behind it, but you can quickly and easily extend your campaign out. The Google Shopping overhaul as well suggests that they're going to funnel more users into Google Shopping, especially on mobile. Google have improved the shopping tab user experience a lot even over the last couple of months, and they seem to be doing more testing. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. And we're as well looking to develop some centralized paid and organic approaches to Google Shopping to make sure that we optimize it as much as possible. Looking at, has this made any difference? So in some ways, the timing of this release was very good, because Google free Google Shopping came out just kind of the start of lockdown, and it allowed a lot of companies who were venturing into the digital shopping and Google Shopping to upload their products quickly and easily. This is allowing a lot more sellers to be visible, increase their visibility, and Google have seen that this number has exploded with I think 130% more impressions and 70% more clicks over only a couple of weeks, which is a very big jump. So how do you get started? It's quite simple to get started with organic Google Shopping. So there's 3 steps, very similar to paid Google Shopping. So first you create an account in Google Merchant Center, then you upload your products, and then you create a smart shopping campaign as well. So to create an account, you go to Google Merchant Center, make sure you have your business details to hand, makes it much simpler and quicker to do. But you just need items such as your business address, details of the site, and then you need access to a method to verify and claim that site as well. Then looking at step 2, you need to upload your products. So these are uploaded to a feed in Google Merchant Center. This can be automated. There's many ways to do this. So you need to see what way would be optimal for your site based on how many products you have, how frequent the price changes are, because these need to be updated at the same time as you're updating the site prices as well. And then looking at step 3, you create a smart campaign and you opt into allowing Google to use these products across Google surfaces. This must be done, so these include Google Images, Google Shopping tab, Google Lens, and Google Search. So in terms of Google Search, that would be like the product knowledge panel. And yeah, so you just need to opt into these, and then Google Shopping takes care of a lot of the rest of it initially, and then you look to optimize. But just to get started, these will be the 3 steps you need to take. So that's everything on the Google Shopping side.
Thank you, Sarah.